Cyprian Auma Odeo has been trading in gold for over 30 years, having begun the business in 1980 here in Mikei village, Nyatike in Migori County. It is a venture that the mother of 5 holds dear to her heart because it changed her financial fortunes.
I do not go inside the mines. I buy stones from outside and crush them. The money I get goes towards school fees for my children.
She is pounding away stones at her workstation, the makeshift gold crushing point, hopeful that she will strike the much sought after mineral. This is what she has been waking up to every day since 1980, when she got married in this village.
Why I got into this trade? I found most of the people here doing this trade, so I just followed suit. It was the economic mainstay here.
She buys stones from the gold diggers at the nearby site. Deep within the seemingly determined spirit of Cyprian are memories of the fatal gold which snatched her husband away. At this site, 18 years ago, her husband, a gold digger, died in the line of duty.
When he was in the cave, a stone fell on him and hurt him. This is how he died.
Cyprian is among an estimated 250,000 artisanal gold miners spread across the county. Migori County has a population of 170,000, according to the Kenyan National Bureau of Statistics. Artisanal miners make up most of the population, despite being a high potential area for agriculture. Macalder mining site, located in Nyatike sub-county, 40 kilometers from Migori town, is a vast piece of land that was recently the center of controversy. It led to a bloody war between community members and authorities over the communal mining site. Several people were injured.
At the root of the problem is just failed expectations and inability to manage processes that go into investment in the mining sector. And if there are strong institutions and there is goodwill and there is considerable dialogue, then parties would come to agree and we would avoid all this so-called resource curse.
The history of the mines dates back to the 1930s. Migori town, the otherwise sleepy village, comes alive at the mention of gold, with little other businesses. But their same resource has been a source of grief to several families.
There's a rush to go deeper in hope to finding more gold. But as a county, we are constantly dealing with trying to rescue people from pits, okay, and trying to assist families of the bereaved. It becomes almost a monthly occurrence that 1 or 2 people or 3 people die from collapsing.
At Macalder mines, the site where Cyprian's husband met his death, tragedies continue to be reported. Only this week, at least 6 miners died after a tunnel caved in following heavy rains. The victims were buried alive at the Macalder mines. We meet 34-year-old Levine Anyango Odhiambo, busy selecting stones she has just bought from a miner at Macalder site. She picks pieces, scrutinizes them, then throws them onto a pile. Beneath the resilience and dedication displayed, hers is a sorrowful story of the circumstances surrounding her husband's demise. She blames his untimely death on the miscommunication and insistence by co-workers that it was safe to descend down the dungeons, yet it was not.
Ile ni kama ilikuwa ni baruti. Ni kama watu saa nyingine wananiambia kuna wakati mwingine alienda kwa shimo na watu walikuwa wanapiga baruti. Sasa kupiga baruti wakakaa wakangoja, kuna saa ambayo inafika ndio watu wanaingia nini? Wanaingia kwa hiyo shimo. Kisha pigwa baruti ili pumzi ile iende. Sasa wajua kama vile watu wao watu ambao wako na wafanyikazi wakakuwa na raka wakamarakisha And then tu ile pumzi imeshaisha. Kumbe ile pumzi ilikuwa bado. Sasa alipoingia tu hivyo, akaanza tu kusikia athma. Watu wakakuja wakaniita ati bwanako anasikia vibaya kwa shimo. Akasema na hiyo athma leo imemzidia, ile athma leo imemzidia, tukampeleka hospitali Nyatike. Aya watu wa Nyatike wao madaktari wa Nyatike wakasema nimpeleke Migori. Nilipopelekea Migori akakufia huko Migori.
The search for gold is associated with immense dangers. The trade is a dusty affair that is destructive to the ear. Yet, profits in this trade are not guaranteed.
You must protect your ears, otherwise the noise will destroy them.
At the back of her mind, Cyprian is worried the gold reserves will slowly be depleted by the uncontrolled mining. Not even the deadly footprints of the fatal gold shared by these widows and many more undocumented will deter her from visiting the mines.
Each morning, hundreds of youth throng minefields armed with nothing but crude equipment and a torch to help navigate the death traps. Ready for the descent, the ropes roll on the metal bar and more stones emerge from the mine holes and the process continues. Profusely sweating men dig through the earth strata, hope their main drive. The hole winds into several bends to the end. The danger inside the dungeon is palpable. The air is unfresh. The miners inhale dangerous chemical which pose a threat to their health. If not the air, the falling debris resulting from the loose soil supporting the whole walls often threaten to cave in. But the struggle continues. At the end of the day, just about 5 grams of gold will be extracted from the sacks of mineral ore. Each gram trading for slightly more than $20 US. The minefield owners take the bulk of the money. A small portion goes to the miners who in most circumstances squander the returns. And the struggle continues. Achola Simon for Channel 1 Weekend from Migori County.
At Achola mining site in Nyatike, Migori County. The deafening sound of the crusher greets you. Men at work, it is an environment that is far from conducive. From noisy to dusty.
There's a lot of dust here and serious coffee.
These Nyatike residents have made peace with their unfavorable work environment. Hair, nose, all covered in white powder, all in a day's work. The noise remains on from dawn till late in the night. These locals handle mercury with bare hands. Despite knowing too well the dangers, they soldier on.
Yani ukiosha ile mercury, ukiosha kwa muda mingi, yani unakuwa unatetemeka. Unatetemeka.
Kwa mwili, kwa mkono.
Kwa mkono. Yani kitu ushiki sasa. Usiki ile nini kama unataka kuchukua kikombe hata kwa maji, unataka kukunywa hivi, unasikia sana, yani unatetemeka sasa. Ni kama unasikia kama unaona mtu ambaye akona blood pressure.
The crusher does not stop throughout the day. The machine will be on the whole day. Mined ores stashed in sacks, waiting to be crushed. The crusher continuously fed with stones that have been sorted and dried in the sun.
There is a serious mercury crisis in the world because we still use mercury. We need to phase it out. Creates major health issues for people, particularly for children, and in particular for women in the mother's womb. So we need to phase it out.
In August 2017, the MINAMATA Convention was passed to reduce mercury pollution. It is named after the Japanese city which experienced a major mercury hazard. The MINAMATA Convention is a legally binding treaty that was signed by 128 out of 193 parties. The UN Environment estimates that 15 million people are involved in artisanal gold mining globally. While the ban on mercury has helped reduce emissions, Executive Director Eric Solheim says governments must engage in dialogue to keep the numbers low.
It does not decide what other options people shall use, but that's why there should be a dialogue between the miners and the government of Kenya as to what are the safe options, which will make sure that, yes, you can continue the mining, you can get the income for your family, because lots and lots of people are depending on the mining for their income. But at the same time not put yourself into hazard, and not, if you do it in the river, the mercury get into the river, can get to the community, people get it into their bodies, and you will see this contamination and at the end of the day serious health problems.
Barry Lakoth and Yvonne Ojowi completed high school in 2013 and 2014 respectively. They got into the business that they describe as having somewhat fair returns. They have teamed up in the trade and often buy sacks of stones from the gold diggers. Women wait for stones to be delivered from the dungeons. They are not allowed to venture inside the gold mines. But the daring 24-year-old Yvonne believes she would make more money if she was allowed entry into the dungeons. Yet, cultural beliefs by the men bar the women, some think unfairly. For instance, men here believe that women, during their monthly menstrual flow, will not select or hit gold-bearing rock.
They used to say we lose sample, we women. Really? Yeah.
The men here have nothing to lose. The descent into the dungeons is already more than risky. It's never a guarantee that they will return alive. Thus, most have adopted a carefree attitude towards life. Going by their carefree language, nothing really scares them. Molina Cheng, a mother of 4, reports to Mikeye Station at 10 a.m. most days. She just finished crushing the stones she bought from one of the gold diggers. To crush one sack of stones for 30 minutes, one parts with 300 shillings, an equivalent of $3.
I was escaping poverty, thus came here to look for daily bread.
There are up to 100 crushers in this area of Mikeye.
We are disadvantaged because it is the men who get down the mines. They make more money from the mines.
After crushing, the powder is washed in water and passed through a sack. The washerwomen get between 50 and 100 shillings per wash. The sieved contents are then mixed with mercury in a basin. Mercury is silver in color and will stick to gold. And these are the teeny-weeny pieces that keep residents such as Moline toiling for hours, days, weeks, months and years. Yet, still they cry foul over the mega benefits.
Sasa bei yao ni tofauti tofauti. Hiyo yellow ndio iko na bei ya juu kidogo. Hii kaki hakuna bei, saa ingine 200 point moja, hii ingine saa ingine 250. Bei ni chini.
After the prized possession has been identified, it is refined traditionally using charcoal.
Kama iko na zinc.
Oh, inatoa hii rangi?
Yeah.
Kama ingekuwa regular ingetoa rangi gani?
Anatoa rangi yellow ya kama una zinc anatoa yellow. Kama iko na zinc awatoa regular.
Green,
Hii
green. The Mining Act was signed into law in 2016 to streamline the mining sector to promote its development while conserving the environment.
The law is very clear. Mining activities of all kinds are supposed to be licensed in a certain way. And predominantly what is going on in these areas, Macalder mines and Achola areas of Migori, does not pass the test of legality. But one must hasten to add that one has to appreciate that this has been a traditional form of livelihood that has existed over a long period of time.
The Act gives effect to the provisions of Article 60 of the Constitution of Kenya, which sets out principles of land policy. According to the law, these locals have been mining independently on government trust land. This means they are all squatters.
Right now, they are all squatting in that particular area. Therefore, when it comes to organizing them, you are also dealing with other salient issues like settlement of squatters and how do you alienate government land and give it to individuals to start doing artisanal mining in it. And so this kind of challenges, and in a very politicized kind of atmosphere, becomes such a challenge for us as a county government.
Migori County Chief Officer for Environment and Disaster Management Joshua Ngwala says the county government is putting in place a system to involve miners. The county government of Migori is now sensitizing the community about the law using sector players like the church. After the tragedy in Macalder last week, the county government moved to impose a ban on all mining activities. Whether the locals will adhere to this is a different matter. The Mining Act has provisions to ensure health and safety of people working in the mines, as well as seeking to address gaps in the Mining Act of 1940, which did not provide room for value addition and use of latest technology.
Tujifunze ni mambo gani iko kwa hiyo Mining Act. Kwa sababu you are Kenyans. Kama kule Turkana tuna challenges ya mafuta. Na hapa lazima tujue tuko chini ya sheria. Na hiyo sheria ni wana Kenya. Na lazima ianze na kwa sababu ianze na kuprotect interest ya wananchi.
The mining bill was supposed to cure a potential ailment called the Dutch disease, which breeds laziness in the present and trouble in future when mineral reserves run out. Over-extraction of gold reserves leads to the destruction of the environment in the long run, its effect already being felt. The legislation provides for 70% of royalties to be paid to the national government, 20% to county government, and 10% to local communities. The policy intends to segregate mining zones from settlement areas, while in settlement areas, people will be free to trade. Mining activities world over have often led to controversies and resistance where communities felt marginalized and left out in the sharing of revenue accrued from mining. But as the widows of Migori soldier on and the miners continue to venture down dangerous caves in search of the daily bread, will the mining bill help harness resources? Will the legislation change fortunes for these poor who reside in remote locations, few who have reaped the benefits of mining?